Facebook. Wow, it's getting faster logging in. Hello, YouTube. Today we're going to be looking at the Rex model of real estate, and we're going to discuss the pros and cons and how maybe you can do better. And we're going to examine each model individually. Yesterday I tried to do them all together, and this should be more effective. So let's just go right to it. There's a lot of discount brokers going on. I'll just tell you why we're doing all this social media. Gary Vaynerchuk, all these other guys, they exploded because YouTube and Facebook gave them an audience. I don't know that I'm going to get an audience because only so many people are selling or buying homes. But I just changed the goal on my YouTube page. I'm talking about how social media has changed everything. So have the tech companies. It used to be 2 or 3 extra percent every transaction, just complete windfall profits sent to realtors. Trulia and Zillow have figured out how to make billions off that, and now I'm trying to help you get that money back in your own pocket. There's no reason to go to the tech companies. We're going to show the buyers how to bypass the real estate agents. We're going to tell sellers how to bypass the real estate agents. And my analysis after doing this so far is that it's the buyer's realtor that's really vulnerable here. People love doing the work of the buyer's realtor anyway. They're doing the searches. And sometimes sellers are going to need guidance and with more difficult houses to sell, they're going to need more guidance. So 2 or 3% boom in your pocket, maybe more. That's the point of these videos. So now some of these companies are always discounters, but some of these companies have realized that. They're trying to take advantage of it. And today we're going to look at Rex. Now, I remember Rex being under, it might have been $2,000 a side or $2,000. It used to be a lot less expensive. Apparently they've gotten, I was looking at other, like for instance, there's an article here that maybe they took in some cash. They're trying to go, they're getting funded. I don't know what it was. But now they're up to 2%. And according to this website, Rex does not put for this 2%, Rex does not put your home on the MLS. Because the homes don't appear, and so like here's a quote, and because the homes don't appear on the MLS, instead of charging 5 or 6%, you're only charged 1% fee to list your home. This appears to have increased to 2% now. So maybe it was never 2,000, maybe it's 1%. That's pretty cool, and let me explain how this really works. The whole real estate model is you need to get traffic to your home so those buyers that would be interested in your home get to see it, and then they can make an offer in your home. And that offer might not come out if your home's overpriced. So first you want traffic, and then you want something that gets people involved in the property. So in the traditional model, it was like a slow Dutch auction, especially in let's say it was a stable market. Eventually the home would be on the market for a while and the price would come down. That would eventually get into the range of what buyers or their agents thought was acceptable, might get the job done. These people aren't insane anymore. And then the buyer would go in there and say, oh, I'd like to buy it for this. The seller's like, oh, well, I'll come down a little bit. And then eventually they met. And that's how houses cleared the market. Now, that's the slow Dutch auction. And it's the way a lot of people like to do business because it's hard for sellers to say, I want to accept less money. The internet has sped the whole process up. It's cycling faster. Even the downturns in the market are cycling faster than they used to. And now, because there's so much data on the internet, it becomes more clear. Like a realtor, it's easy to say, look, all these other sites, they're looking at price per square foot. There's a lot of good data. Everyone knows this is the price of your home within a few percent. Obviously, there's exceptions. You got unique homes, unique views, all need to be fixed up. It becomes a little more tricky, a little more challenging. But if you're in a subdivision with a lot of data, the house becomes your home becomes apparent. Oh, one more room, boom. Oh, a nicer view, maybe. Things like that. So, and that's also what banks are lending off of. So the pricing has become more universally accepted. And so buyer's agents who used to be able to talk, they liked the home for a particular reason. They wanted to get it done. They used to be able to talk buyers into making decisions. That advice doesn't even need to happen anymore. In fact, most people don't trust it. They'd rather figure it out themselves, right? So buyer's agents showing people properties, buyer's agents explaining pricing, buyer's agents providing confidence maybe. But they've become wholly unnecessary in most circumstances. So a company like Rex can say, instead of using the MLS to market, we're going to use social media. We're going to use the big data on social media to find the people who are looking at other home buying websites who are showing the things that home buyers do, which is very easy. I have a course at winnerscheck.org where we're going to teach that live. There's already information in there, and I put some videos up on there. So if you want to use big data yourself or understand it, and how Facebook lets you access it, and so does YouTube. I've used it on YouTube. It's great on YouTube. Boom. You can do that to replace the buyer's agents yourself or with your agent. Winnerscheck.org. It's a course. There's you can always use whatever that course costs and apply it towards working with me. We can refer your property out and recover all that money. So it's a good place to start. But let me just say why and how this would work effectively. The whole point here is if you're not going to pay buyer's agents, let's use your house and its price to drive a lot of traffic to your property. Let's get the competition going so the buyers see each other. Let's get the scarcity so people that know there's only one house like this that's going to for sale and they've seen it and they like it and all these other people are interested because the market's tighter because it's a great house or whatever it is. Let's say, look, we've already got some offers. We've told people we're not going to accept offers until Monday night. So, if you want to be, this is how the process is going to work. Take out make it transparent. Have a good representative saying, look, we're not going to play games here. We're going on Sunday night. We're going to consider them all. We're going to tell everybody whatever you're going to do. Everybody what the high bid is and give you a chance if you want to be in the running or not. Just make it a transparent process. We'll be calling you on Sunday night and let you know what's going on. If you're the highest bid, great. We'll open up escrow on Monday or highest offer. Now, if you want to do without an agent, you'd say we're going to look at the bids. There'll be no self-dealing by my agents because they're not going to get that 3% from the buyer side. You can also use that argument with the previous model. We're going to be looking at the bids on Sunday night, and the winning bid is going to get a chance to go to contract with us on Monday. So there's no liability for your bid. You're not going to have to pay that much if you don't want on Monday. Also, the seller is not compelled to do a deal at that price. That's what's going to happen on Monday morning. So just this process is being used to see who wants to buy the property the most. And there's no self-dealing, so you're going to have a clean opportunity to get it done. It's transparent. You know what's going on. So now you've used this non-MLS model and you've used price in a smart way to get people involved and interested. You're not going to have to be worried about selling at that price you put up on the MLS. You never really had to anyway. It's the way the courts look at it. A low price in the MLS is an offer to negotiate. Well, you're going to make this an explicit. So the big open house weekend or is an offer to negotiate. The winning bid is an offer to negotiate, but you've compressed all the showings into one weekend because you've done great marketing on Facebook, social media, Zillow, local marketing maybe with signs and Craigslist. You have a lot of people come in and you get the house sold and you do it in a process that's designed to make a lot of money and you're not responsible. You don't have to sell for that low bid. It's absolutely the way to use this model. Now, if you go to winnerscheck.org and you either choose to have a free strategy session consult with me where we review the terms and we're going to see if I can help you by asking you a few questions before we even start up the strategy. And if you qualify, I will help you. We'll have a quick 15, 20-minute discussion. We'll talk about your strategies, and then we'll see if we're qualified to work together. But I will easily beat Rex. And depending on if you think you're eventually going to go to you want to try this for 3 weeks, and then you're out and you're going to go with a full-service realtor who's going to pay big commissions, I'll say, all right, well then, I'll get to work. And if it doesn't work out, we will refer your property to a real estate agent. So I'll get reimbursed for my money, and you'll get reimbursed for the money you've paid me, depending on the model we pick. And right now, instead of me just asking for say $3,000, I'll ask for $6,000 or $10,000, depending on what's reasonable and what your goals are, and I will share that excess money with you. So you're still going to save a lot of money. You're going to capture that money, and we're hopefully talk to your agent about having another pre-open house, if you've got the time, a pre-MLS weekend, and then make a big stir and then put on the MLS, maybe giving you a chance. You'll have a full-service realtor in your neighborhood, maybe your neighbor, maybe someone you wanted to work with anyway, and you'll have a pre-MLS weekend. Maybe it'll be 4% instead of 6%. Your agent's going to want to get paid. That's why they're doing the full service and working a big brokerage or whatever, where they sort of have to because they have to split commissions. But and then you'll go on the MLS. So we can take a bunch of bites at this apple. It's called sequential marketing of your home, sequential selling. But we'll beat Rex. Easy, no problem. And if you'd like, we'll put it up on the MLS and offer $200. So you get the benefits of the MLS, spreading it all over. It's really puts my job on easy street with respect to the marketing, right? I would still do the Facebook marketing. I would still do Craigslist. I love the Facebook part of it. I've had a lot of success, and I'd like to share that with you to drive people to our open house weekend or big auction weekend, whatever we choose, whichever model we choose. But because we're putting on the MLS, I don't have to go to Zillow. I don't have to go to all these other websites and syndicate it out. The MLS will syndicate it out for us. Now, there'll be a lot of ticked off agents about why are you only offering 2%. I said, don't worry. They're going to be we'll discuss that. But the point is their buyers are going to want to see it. The agents are going to have to explain to their buyers, hey, they're not going to pay us, so you're going to have to pay me separately. But the buyers are going to see the property. And then on that weekend, it's going to be up to you. But you may say, hey, you can work with my realtor, you can work with my attorney if you need some confidence. It's a tremendous process that, to me, blows away the idea of either spending 2 or 3% on the MLS or not putting it up on the MLS together. But that doesn't work. I know it doesn't work for everybody. So that's why, you can either do it yourself, and that's our course at winnerscheck.org, that you can always, the marketing term would be like an upsell, but I don't consider an upsell. It's just a question of do it yourself or do it with me. And if you choose to do it with me, I need to find out your goals before I decide whether I'm going to put it on the MLS. Right? Because there's pros, and there's a lot of pros, but if you're wanting to stay inexpensive on the listing side, I mean, like what I'm offering, then so you want to go with my brokerage, then maybe we don't put it on the MLS the first weekend. If you're like, John, I want to work with you for 3 or 4 weeks, get this done. If not, I'm going full service. Then boom, great decision, easy as pie. I can't wait to share with you the things that we would do. John McConnon, winnerscheck.org. That's the Rex model. The next one we're going to talk about HomeBay. Like Rex says somewhere they were the lowest. I don't know. Maybe they did it on a different page. Maybe it was here. No, they said somewhere up here, lowest fee. Oh, lowest fee, full service. Well, I'm offering full service. I've explained the game-changing technology, the big data using Facebook and YouTube. They're not the lowest fee. We're going to discuss the others, lower fees, in the next video. All right. Thanks. Talk to you later. Bye.